Good day, everyone. I am Diane Numeron from BSed English 2C, and today we're going to talk about a global issue that affects every part of our lives, which is the climate change. In this presentation, we will understand how climate change impacts our economy, our health, and our environment, and even the relationship between countries. Most importantly, we will learn why environmental awareness is important and how each of us can contribute to protecting our planet. So, before we delve deeper into our topic this day, let us read first our objective. At the end of the lesson, the student should be able to assess the various impacts of climate change, including economic, geopolitical, biological, meteorological, and etc. Introduction. Climate change refers to long-term shifts in temperature and weather patterns, mostly caused by human activities such as burning fossil fuels. These changes affect natural systems, communities, and global stability. So, climate change refers to long-term shifts in temperature and weather patterns. These changes used to happen naturally, but human activities like burning coal, oil, and gas have speeded them up. Because of this, we now experience more extreme heat, stronger storms, unusual rainfall patterns, and rising sea levels. Understanding climate change helps us make responsible decisions and encourages us to take actions that protect our environment. Why does environmental awareness matters? So environmental awareness means understanding what is happening to our planet and how our actions affect it. When people are aware, they make better choices such as reducing waste, saving energy, or supporting environment-friendly products. Awareness inspires communities to take action. When more people care, more positive change becomes possible. So, this makes awareness the first and most important step forward environmental protection. Now let us move on to the impact of climate change and the economy. The economy is severely impacted by climate change as it disrupts various important sectors such as agriculture, fisheries, infrastructure, and health. Damage to agricultural land and crop failures caused by extreme weather conditions such as floods, droughts, and storms can have a negative impact on productivity and community incomes. Climate change affects the economy in many ways. Every time a typhoon hits, infrastructures like roads, bridges, farms, and buildings are damaged, and repairing them costs millions. Agriculture suffers from droughts and floods, leading to crop failure and higher food prices. Tourism, fisheries, and other industries also lost income when the environmental becomes unsafe. So this shows that climate change harms not only nature, but also businesses, jobs, and the overall economy. Impact of climate change in geopolitics. So climate change also affects relationship between countries as resources like water, fertile land, and food become scarce. Competition increases and may cause disagreements between nations. Another issue is climate migration. People leaving their homes because rising sea levels or extreme weather make their communities unsafe. This creates challenges for both the migrants and the countries receiving them. So, climate change is not only an environmental concern, it is also a political and global challenge. Impact of climate change in biological systems. So nature is greatly affected by climate change. Many species are unable to adapt to rapid temperature increases, which leads to biodiversity loss. Coral reefs bleach when ocean temperatures rise, affecting thousands of marine species. Animals change their migration patterns and some ecosystems begin to break down. Diseases like dengue spread faster in warmer conditions. This reminds us that all living things are connected. When one part of the ecosystem suffers, everything is also affected. Climate change impact in weather patterns. So we are all experiencing the meteorological effects of climate change. Typhoons have become stronger, heat waves last longer, and droughts are more intense. Heavy rains lead to sudden flooding. Rising sea levels threaten coastal towns and small islands. So these changes make it harder for people to plan, prepare, and live safely. Impact of climate change in human society. Climate change affects our health and daily life. Heat waves can cause dehydration, heat stroke, and respiratory problems. When crops fail, food becomes more expensive. Clean water becomes harder to access during droughts. Families lose homes due to storms, flooding, or landslides. Frequent disasters also affect mental health and emotional well-being. So these impacts show why climate change is a serious issue that affects every community. Mitigation strategies. So, mitigation means reducing the causes of climate change. This includes lowering greenhouse gas emissions by using renewable energy like solar and wind power, improving public transportation, and supporting strong climate policies. Planting trees is another effective strategy because forests absorb carbon dioxide and help cool the environment. So each action, big or small, helps protect our planet. What individuals can do. So everyone can help. Small habits like reducing waste, conserving water, saving electricity, recycling, and using reusable items make a big difference. Supporting eco-friendly products, participating in environmental programs, and educating others can also create positive change. So when millions of people adopt small habits, the impact becomes powerful. Conclusion. To sum it all, climate change affects every aspect of our life, our economy, our ecosystems, our relationship with other countries, and our personal well being. Environmental awareness is not just about knowing the problem, it's about taking action. If we work together and act responsibly, we can slow down climate change and build a safer, healthier, and more sustainable future. The solutions begin with us. And that's it for my topic. Thank you for listening and God bless.